Welcome to Stormwatch, the esports news show where we bring you all the heroes esports in just a few moments. This week, Khaldor announces a new tournament, Storm Division is back, and the first Heroes land since COVID is confirmed. I'm Jinxie Cat, and let's get into the news. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. In Heroes Lounge Division 1 Plus, Rage Quit Gaming took a 2-0 victory over Benny Wins These Every Day, thus taking the lead at the top of the table. Corridor Comrades also took a win to move up from the bottom of the table, where Anti-Synergistic Hobbits also took a 2-1 over the now number 1 team, Rage Quit Gaming, to hold 5th seed. There is still plenty of matches to go through, so check out heroeslounge.gg for more results. Season 1 of the NGS Challenger Invitational has concluded with 30K Blue taking a 2-0 over Chili Mountain Academy. Can't Censorship grabbed a hard-fought 2-0 over Storm Esports Academy. CCS took the win and the overall first place in the NGS Challenger Invitational. NGS also announced the return of Storm Division for Season 3, and in previous seasons, we've seen some of the best players from EU, NA, and South Korea competing for the crowd-funded prize pool. Sign-ups are already open with 7 spots available to grab from qualifiers. Qualifier 1 is July 14th through the 15th, and the link to register is in the description below. The time is now. The Masters Class Championship Paris LAN is this weekend, with a live crowd and players giving it their all in the first Heroes LAN since COVID. We wish all the players the best of luck and hope everyone stays safe. The starting series will be 30K versus the Gauntlet winner Chili Mountain, followed by the full season rival matchup of the Donuts versus the Hardos. Please consider becoming a member with the join button below or donating to the show with one of the links in the description. It really helps us keep Stormwatch running smoothly. Dreamhack Beyond is on the 26th of July with the virtual LAN, giving us Dreamhack's first foray back into Heroes since HGC's cancellation. On twitch.tv/Dreamhack_Clash, your Stormwatch host and our best friend Crowan will be bringing you all the action, with our first rounds being Simplicity versus 30K Blue, Wildheart Esports versus Granite Gaming, Oxygen Esports versus 30K, and Can't Censorship versus Diamond Hands. We hope to see you all there. CCL is still on break, so here instead is a clip of me on the Heroes Global Quiz, trying to guess CCL players instead.
I will rewind it and play it from the beginning. Here we go.
I don't. We'll see though.
Oh no, not Penning again! Come on! Oh, the falling shot! Oh, he's still... Wait. He gets out, bro! Unaverted, go for the throat, not in range. He's yellow. What? Oh!
Wow!
It was close. It was close.
It was really close. Almost all of you got it right at one point or another during that fight, but the correct answer is, in fact, unaverted on Greymane.
That feels so misleading. He wasn't even on the screen. This is literally a Jigglypuff as seen from above.
That's good. Now I see how this game is played. All right.
That's why there are so many points up for grab in this one.
Who dies first? Well, actually, it's the caster laughing at the shenanigans. Our beloved Girls Gang Squad is still on break, but check out the Heroes Lounge Athena Cup if you folks would like to see some more wonderful women and female presenting folks take on Heroes of the Storm. And finally, a new tournament player has emerged, with Khaldor announcing the first season of the X Cup. Tetcher had the opportunity to sit down with Khaldor this weekend and get all the details. We'll take you to that footage now.
Start off very simple. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Khaldor and I've pretty much been a caster for nearly my whole life, and now I'm casting Heroes of the Storm still after the death of HGC, RIP. And currently I'm organizing also tournaments for mainly the European scene, and this is pretty much also what the X Cup is going to be about.
Okay, so you said the X Cup. What is the X Cup?
The X Cup is pretty much a new tournament series that we're going to start, and we're going to start with the summer season. So in total, we'll have 10 tournaments where any team can participate on the European server, and you will get points depending on how well you perform in those tournaments. And all of those points will, of course, be accumulated in a ranking. And at the end of the first season, the top 8 teams out of that ranking will then make it into the playoffs, where we're going to play for a prize pool of in total 4,000 euros.
That very cool to hear. Very cool to hear. So, when can people expect this to start to begin with?
Well, we're going to start on the 18th of July, so Masters Clash is obviously just around the corner, and a lot of the players in Europe will travel to the Masters Clash. We wanted to give them a bit of time to also think about possible changes in teams, since several of the teams have already highlighted that they will swap their rosters, which is actually pretty normal right now. So with a bit of a gap between the end of the Masters Clash and the beginning of the first qualifier, the teams will have plenty of time to go through all of these changes, think about who they want to play this season with, and then sign up for the first tournament. But obviously, with the system that we have, you don't have to play all of the qualifiers. So if some of the teams take a little bit longer to figure out which team or which players they want to play with, they can just simply wait and sign up for qualifier number 2 or qualifier number 3 instead.
All right. Is this only open to European players?
No, absolutely not. So we're going to have all of the matches hosted on the European server, but anybody can play. I had some of the Korean players actually contact me already after my announcement of the announcement and ask me for some details. I'm not sure if they can really play on the European server with the ping, but for example, for some of the NA players, it would definitely be an option to sign up with the team on the European server and play some games. I mean, we see the European players do that for the CCL, so I'm absolutely open to any other player participate in the competition. But of course, the European server will be the main server for the event.
So is this just going to be a one-off from you, or is this going to be the start of something?
Well, we already named it the X Cup Summer, so obviously we're planning to have a bit more afterwards. So we're looking at a potential winter and fall season too. But at the end of the day, we're going to start with the first season. We're going to see how it goes. But the plan is definitely to make sure that we're having something that is way more consistent for the European scene, and where we're not just simply having a one-off. So there's definitely plans to extend this even further, but we'll see where we can go with that. And of course, the first season is going to have an impact on that too. But we are definitely already thinking about adding more seasons afterwards if things go well.
So where is the budget for this coming from?
It's actually a pretty cool story. It's also where the name comes from. So we have someone that would rather like to stay anonymous, therefore the Mr. X. That's where the X from the name of the tournament comes from. And he's been a long time Heroes of the Storm player and fan, started actually in Alpha and has been a big part of the community in terms of the amateur scene that we had and just like the online seasons and everything. Watched HGC apparently religiously, and when HGC went down, he just thought, all right, I really would like to support the scene a little bit, and I would like to do something also for the players and everyone that is sticking around and make sure that there's more content out there and that we have a bit of stability within the scene. So he is privately sponsoring this entire setup, which is actually very amazing to me, and something that came very unexpected when it all came together. But that's pretty much the story of how this entire thing gets financed. And I gotta say, like, big shout out to Hin, because that is a pretty incredible story. But yeah, there's a lot of Heroes of the Storm fans still out there, and he happens to be able to also put some money to it so that we can actually set something like this up, which is absolutely amazing.
That's really great. I mean, private sponsoring seems to work quite well for the scene. I mean, you covered one from the Don't Panic Cup last year, which was a purely privately sponsored event. So it's great to see more so committed Heroes of the Storm fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to admit that at the beginning, when he contacted me and asked me if I can set something like this up, I was very skeptical because it's not really a request that you get every day. And I was like, is that really legit? And well, after a couple of talks, it turned out that it was. And so I was very happy to give some ideas and some input of what I think would really benefit the scene and what we could set up. And this is how the X Cup came together. And if we have multiple seasons, then we are also completely aware that we might have to make a couple of adjustments to the format that we are currently running here. But we'll take a lot of feedback from the players and the audience to see if anything needs to be adjusted or if we're just running with the same format again if we are going into a second season.
So do you have any dates set up for when the qualifiers will be opened up for people to sign up, and where can people find those?
So pretty much the qualifiers are already set up, and I'm more than happy to provide you with the links. All of the information can also be looked up on. Yeah, all of the information can also be looked up on Khaldor.tv, but the sign-up is pretty much open for all of the qualifiers already. We'll have a qualifier on Wednesday and a qualifier on Sunday every week, and that was also set up so we can accommodate players a little bit more. Some players might not be able to play on the weekend, others might not be able to play during the week, so whatever the situation, everybody will be able to participate in some of these qualifiers. You can sign up for them already, and we're starting, as mentioned before, on the 18th of July.
So where are people going to be able to watch this? Where can people find it? And will it be available in other languages?
So obviously everything is going to be available on my own channel, twitch.tv/Khaldor. All of the replays, all of the VODs will also be uploaded to YouTube. So Khaldor TV on YouTube will have every single VOD once that the games are over. But we're opening this up to pretty much anybody out there. So obviously there is a restriction considering that we only have a limited amount of observer slots. But for all the regular suspects, the usual suspects, when we have like a French caster coming in, a Polish caster, a Russian caster come in, they are all more than welcome to cover the event. And I already signaled to the players that they are more than welcome to also stream their own point of view. I know that there's a lot of people out there that really like that prefer that really love those personal streams that they have from the players. So any player that wants to, as long as they of course put in the delay so that nobody can stream abuse, they're more than welcome to stream their own games and have some fun with this. Maybe at some point we can even provide a clean feed if it becomes necessary, but right now we are just absolutely willing to let everybody that wants to stream the event, because again, this is from the community for the community.
All right, well, thank you very much, Khaldor. Do you have anything left to say to the Stormwatch audience?
Not really. Very, very excited about the event, obviously, and I can't wait for it all to start. Thank you very much for the interview, and I hope that a lot of the people watching this will sign up for the tournament.
I hope so too. Everyone's going to be hopefully very excited for the X Cup. We'll definitely be covering it here on Stormwatch.
And once again, those sign-up links are in the description below. That's all for this week. Make sure to vote in our poll on the community tab to tell us how you think the week went, where last week we had a tie with 30% of you saying Chili Mountain Redemption arc is the best anime arc, and another 30% of you saying that Lulba Rap is fire. Tune back in next week for more Heroes news. Did we miss anything? Join our Discord linked below and tell us about any Heroes esports news, or just stop by and say hello. You can also support our crew through any of the donation links below. Be sure to subscribe, and finally, hit the join button, please, for early access to all these videos and episodes when possible. Thanks so much for watching, and here is the clip of the week.
Pressure.
They have 2 stacks on last rights now, so do 2 rights make a wrong? We will have to see. Will they get any more stacks this game? Good parley onto Imperius to prevent the follow-up, but they are committing to this. Annalise dropping low. That was gorgeous.
Wow.
What a ley line. Lumi saving the day, saving...